My name is Martha Piper, and I'm the interim president and vice chancellor of the University of British Columbia. Every year at Congregation, UBC has the honor of bestowing honorary degrees upon individuals who, in the opinion of the university community, have fit the criteria of excellence and eminence in their chosen field. James Ehnes is one of those individuals, and I invite him now to step forward to receive his honorary degree. Mr. Chancellor, James Ehnes is an acclaimed and internationally renowned violinist, and among the world's most sophisticated and accomplished classical musicians of his generation. Mr. Ehnes began violin studies at the age of 4, and at age 9 became a protege of the noted Canadian violinist Francis Chaplin. He later studied at the Juilliard School, where upon graduation he was awarded the Peter Menon Prize for Outstanding Achievement and Leadership in Music. Today, he maintains an active professional career as a soloist, recitalist, and chamber musician who has performed in over 30 countries on 5 continents and appears regularly in the world's great concert halls and with many of the most celebrated orchestras and conductors. His international performances in the past year alone have included concert solo performances with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, the Danish National, and the Melbourne, Sydney, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. National Symphony Orchestras. His extensive discography includes over 35 recordings, many of which have been honored with international awards and prizes, including a remarkable 10 Juno Awards and a 2008 Grammy Award for Best Instrumental Soloist with Orchestra. In 2007, at just 31 years of age, he became the youngest person ever elected as a Fellow to the Royal Society of Canada. He was named a member of the Order of Canada in 2010 and an honorary member of the Royal Academy of Music in 2012. I am pleased to note that he maintains a regular presence in our region as a guest artist of the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra, by occasionally leading master classes right here for students in the UBC School of Music, and by serving since 2011 as artistic director of the Seattle Chamber Music Society. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his achievements as an artist and his contributions to the cultural fabric of Canada, I ask you to confer the degree Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, upon James Douglas Ehnes.
By the authority of the Senate of this university, I confer upon you, James Douglas Ehnes, the title and degree Doctor of Letters, honoris causa.
It now gives me a great deal of pleasure to call upon Dr. Ehnes to say a few words.
Thank you. Chancellor Gordon, President Piper, distinguished members of the Convocation Party, ladies and gentlemen, and new graduates of the University of British Columbia. I'm tremendously honored to be joining you today and to receive this degree of Doctor of Letters. The University of British Columbia is known throughout this nation and the world as a beacon of academic excellence and intellectual achievement, and I am and always will be proud to be associated with this wonderful institution. There are those who may see a wide gulf between the fields of the arts and other scholastic disciplines. Indeed, the connection between high-level musical performance and the fields of commerce and business administration may not seem immediately clear. But it is the idea of intellectual curiosity combined with the desire for personal improvement that fuels all study and is indeed a main motivating factor that drives the improvement of our society from all directions. Music is a mysterious language, one that is difficult to speak about and impossible to explain, but one that has always held a special place in civilized societies. Ultimately, it is a vehicle of expression, a conduit of thought and emotion that can enrich lives. As I stand in front of you 2016 graduates, I feel that we all share in this goal of enriching lives through our various pursuits, our own lives and the lives of others. We all have different gifts and different specific areas of interest, but we have an important shared bond in that we have each undertaken to do our very best to improve our society in whatever way we can, to the greatest degree that we are able. The road ahead may not be easy for many of you. A university degree, even from an institution as well respected as the University of British Columbia, is by no means a guarantee of future employment or financial stability. But while I'm sure everyone in this building wishes for nothing less than the greatest professional success in your chosen fields of study for each and every one of you, it is not the only goal of higher education. My father was a longtime professor of music at Brandon University in Manitoba, and I remember well the many discussions he had with his colleagues about the role they played in preparing students for their lives ahead. While many of his colleagues questioned the wisdom and even the morality of sending so many graduates into a music world with so comparatively few jobs, my father was proud to share his knowledge, his experience, and the beauty of music with those that chose to pursue its study at Brandon University, knowing that the process of study and intellectual growth has its own rewards, and not just within that given field. Knowledge and increased intellectual curiosity are never without value. One can find countless examples of those who pursued advanced study in one discipline and achieved success in another. By all accounts, Albert Einstein was a keen and very devoted, but not particularly accomplished violinist. But he did okay with physics. I believe that the noblest goal a university can have is to instill in its students the desire to improve oneself and one's community. I have no doubt that this desire has been instilled in all of you during your years of study at the University of British Columbia. As you continue your journeys, remember that your time here was about more than learning any specific skill or vocation. It was about the bettering of yourselves and how that can lead to the bettering of society. And remember that today is a celebration of not so much what has been achieved, but what is yet to be achieved. It is important to never stop learning, exploring, refining, and redefining our goals. Best of luck to the graduating class of 2016, and thank you again for this tremendous honor.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ehnes, for those amazing words and the connection of music to other sources of knowledge. I need to share with you just a very quick anecdote. Our own Nobel laureate, Mike Smith, who won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, I once had a conversation with him and asked him where his great ideas in chemistry came from. And he said, "They come when I'm listening to the orchestra." And I then said to him, well, Mike, maybe the Nobel Prize should go to the first violinist. So thank you so much for that connection. And we are thrilled and honored that you have accepted our degree and that you are now a UBC alumnus and part of the UBC family. Thank you so much.